30 years ago, the miracle on ice. The U.S. Olympic team beat the Soviets 30 years ago today. And ladies and gentlemen, a pivotal, of course, that wasn't the gold medal game. They then went on to win the gold medal. Part of that team on the back line, Ken Morrow. Ken Morrow then went right from the Olympics. He went to the Islanders, and he won 4 straight Stanley Cups, and he probably thought he would never lose a game ever. Hey, Ken, how are you, my friend?
Steve, it's great to talk to you. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. My goodness. 30 years from the event we're talking about. I know you've done a lot of these interviews today. What goes through your mind? Could it possibly be?
No, I'm reminded it's been 30 years when I look in the mirror.
Stop it.
But truly, for 30 years now, people have come up to me. They want to talk about it. I still get mail on a daily basis. It's like it happened yesterday for most people.
And, of course, now you're the scouting director of scouting for the New York Islanders, which I think is very appropriate. And you're out in Kansas City, so you don't have to worry about the fact that the Lincoln Tunnel is now closed outbound due to some emergency construction. I can't wait to face that. But when you watched the USA play Canada yesterday and win, I'll just guess and say it can't be the same, because to me it stopped being the same once they let the NHL players in.
Well, you can't go back in time. It's a different era right now. Certainly a fantastic game, though. I'll tell you, if you weren't a hockey fan before you watched the game, you had to be a hockey fan after, because it was end-to-end action. One of the best hockey games I've seen in a long, long time. But having said that, yeah, it's a different Olympics now. It's a different setup. They have the NHL players. I'm torn about that, because as a hockey fan, I love seeing the best players in the world. I also understand that there just won't be another miracle on ice. And, a guy like myself, I got my opportunity because there weren't pros in the game.
Yeah, and just to me as a fan, you're right. It's great to see, half your favorite players playing for U.S. and the other half playing for Canada, or some playing for Czech and for Russia. But on the other hand, there was something so pure about, what you guys did that under the current, structure will never, ever be duplicated.
Well, you're right, and I think eventually it'll go back.
You do.
It's a lot to ask the NHL to shut down every 4 years. They're certainly going to have to go back and talk to the players about this and see if they wanted to do it again in another 4 years. But I think at some point it'll get back to where it was in 1980.
And you think the reason for that is the players don't really want to do this? It seems to me that they kind of do, no?
Well, I think the players do. I think it has to be a combination of the owners, the NHL, and the players.
Right.
And also, the feeling around the country. And I do have a lot of people that come up to me and they'll tell me, geez, I wish it would go back. I think they've seen it with basketball. We've seen it with hockey, although I think hockey's a lot better. In basketball you have the USA, and, you don't have a lot of other great competition when the NBA players are involved, although it is getting better over in Europe. But in hockey, you do have, 7 or 8 powerful teams when you have NHL players involved.
We're talking to Ken Morrow. He is the scouting director for the New York Islanders. He was a member of the 1980 U.S. Olympic team that stunned the world. Now, here's what always got to me. You stunned the world, you beat the Russians, but that wasn't the cup game. That wasn't the gold medal game. And you go into the third period of the next game, the gold medal game, down 2-1. If you lose there, it takes something. Well, let me ask you: if you lost that game, what would it have taken away? How much would the win over the Soviets have mattered? Would we still be talking about it today?
Well, we had them right where we wanted them, at down 2-1, because I don't know if you know this, but
you didn't have a lead, right?
We had come from behind in 6 of the 7 games, and a lot of them in the third period. So we were a third period team. We outscored teams 16-3 in the third period.
Wow.
Including the Soviets 2-0, and we were down 2-1 going into the third period against Finland, and probably played our strongest period of the tournament. We outscored them 3-0 that third period, and probably should have outscored them 6-0. That's how much we dominated. So, it was kind of like we just weren't going to be denied. But you brought up a good point. Most people don't realize that, even though we had beaten the Soviets in the semifinal game, the way the point system worked is that if we'd have lost that last game, there was still a chance that we could have not gotten any medal at all.
Yeah, that would and that would have what would that have done to the victory over the Soviets?
Well, it would have it would have certainly diminished it. I hate to think of what would have happened. How awful would that have been to have pulled off this monumental upset and then lost the next 2 days later. Herb Brooks put it best. He walked in the locker room and he said, after giving us probably the greatest motivational speech I've ever heard before the Russian game, he turned around and, he said, if you guys lose this game, you're going to take it to your graves.
And that was between the second and third period?
I don't remember if it was before the game or during the game, but I believe it was before the game. But it certainly, it certainly put a somber and serious tone to what we had to do. We still had to get our attention back on playing that game on Sunday, and Herb probably did his best coaching job Saturday. We beaten the Soviets Friday evening. We come in to practice Saturday. Here's this group of young kids that had just done something we never thought we could do, and he's got to get our attention back.
And he worked your butt off, didn't he?
And he did. He put the hammer down real quick, and we needed that, and thank God he did it.
One more for you. We got about 30 seconds, Ken. What are you expecting from the rest of the Olympics hockey-wise? You think the U.S. Off that win can bring home a medal, a gold medal?
Well, you know what? They've certainly given themselves an easier path. This wasn't a final regulation round game. So they've given themselves a better path to get there. Now the Canadians are going to have to play an extra game, and they're going to have to go through the Russians in the quarterfinals. So I've said all along, in these kind of tournaments, single elimination, you get a hot goalie, you get the bounces. I'm cheering USA all the way.
All right. Listen, I know you are. Ken, listen, sorry so short. A pleasure. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule today, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Okay, thanks, Steve.
Take care. Ken Morrow, ladies and gentlemen, defenseman, USA, 30 years ago today, and then a 4-time Stanley Cup winner with the New York Islanders on the Steve Malzberg Show.